It's the most unreliable bike I've ever owned.
Oh, really?
By miles.
Getting about this, thanks again for tuning into yet another video. Infamous coming at you yet again from the West Coast, San Jose, California. Man, you guys just hear that? Of course, this video was sent to me by Mr. GS48. He owns a Harley and he owns adventure bikes. So he has a BMW GS, and he used to have a 48, a Sportster 48, but of course he traded that in and he got himself a Road King 2020 Road King. So both great bikes, of course. The BMW, iconic adventure bike's been around, just like Honda's Africa bike, of course. Adventure bikes, they've been around for a very long time. And now Harley-Davidson, of course, they're introducing the Revolution Max V-twin, liquid cooled, dual overhead cams, yada yada yada. A lot of technology from Harley-Davidson, and you know, the price has been going up on this bike compared to last year. You are now paying a whole lot more for this Pan America, and it's a good looking bike. I mean, I like it. I like what they're doing with it, but I mean, I released this video, maybe last year? I can't even remember where. I mean, we can't trust Harley-Davidson with anything right now. As you guys very well know, the 2017 Milwaukee 8s are still pretty much grenades. They're ticking time bombs. And without Harley, I don't know. I mean, Harley has really dropped the ball with the recalls, with the customer satisfaction, with the service, a lot of different things. I mentioned this, of course, with the Dynas, the death wobble. They still have that, and they haven't fixed that. So they haven't recalled any of those bikes. This is just something that Harley does all the time. And then with the 2017's Milwaukee 8s, you guys know the oil pump, the sumping issue on that Milwaukee 8 on the 2017s. If you guys remember Laidlaw's video, it happened to Andrew. So it's one of those things where you might be selling it, you might be buying a 2017, maybe it's a 2018 still, problem with that. They've of course addressed that issue in 2019, 2020, but those 2017s and 2018 models are still out there, and who knows if you're buying one with the bad pump or you're buying one that's already fixed. And I mean, there's really no way to even tell. I don't know. I don't know if there's a little mark that Harley does, or the mechanics that just kind of like do a little notification that they've swapped it. Who knows? But of course, Harley hasn't recalled those bikes. Now you have the Revolution Max. I mean, it's got a lot of things going for it, but when you're seeing this video, man, it's worrying. Like I said, Mr. GS48 sent me this video shortly, maybe a couple days ago, and I mean, you watch the video and it's positive stuff, and then right at the 10-minute mark, that's when they start ripping into it, and they tell you how they really feel about the bike. And of course, if you guys haven't seen the video, you guys should. You guys want to go subscribe to Mr. GS48, you can, but I mean, this is what matters. I think they should have started with this. Who knows? Maybe they have some kind of a deal with Harley or something like that, but they should have started with the bad stuff first. But anyways, I mean, so far completely unreliable, as he said. It's got some technology in there that's pretty cool. It's new, it's different, but there has been a lot of problems. If you guys, like I said, you guys go see this video. He talks about electrical issues. He talks about the engine dying out on him multiple times. He's talking about having that doubt. I mean, that's the one thing that really gets you. If you can't, rely on a bike, it's something that you don't want to ride. I remember having my own problems with my own Sportster. I didn't know if it was going to start. I didn't know if it was going to hold out. I was having sputtering problems. I was having throttle issues. I was having a lot of different things, and this is one of those things where you work on it as you go. You figure it out little by little. You figure out what's wrong with it. Sometimes you'll even take it in to a specialist, and then maybe they'll fix it for you. But if you have a bike and it's just not reliable, you don't have that confidence of taking it out there and riding it. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes you probably want to go to the grocery store and you're wondering, man, if I take the bike, what if it doesn't turn on? Now I got to get it towed. Now I'm paying $200 or $100 depending on what day it is of the week. If it's on the weekend, of course, there's a premium. it's just a hassle. So if you have a bike like this, eventually you're not even gonna ride the damn thing. You're just gonna leave it at home, and you're just gonna leave it at home, and you're gonna go in your sedan, or you're gonna take the cage or whatever. You're gonna take your automobile and you're gonna take that to the grocery store. And this is just one of those things where you kind of find yourself not riding anymore because it's just not reliable. And unfortunately, like I said, with Harley-Davidson, with Harley, they don't have that track record to prove that they're gonna be standing by their product, and they haven't done that at all. They haven't done recalls when they should. They haven't fixed stuff that they should have. Of course, this is bad design on part of Harley, bad engineering, and they know this. So when are we gonna see the revised version? Maybe in 2 to 3 years. It's one of those things where I was looking forward to the Sportster, the Iron, the 975. I was thinking, you know what, I think I'm gonna pick that up. But then I saw this video and I was like, man, I know Harley-Davidson. I know how they are. I believe if you guys see the video, he's only had this bike for about 7,000 miles. Most people don't put 7,000 miles in those 2 years unlimited warranty, unlimited miles warranty when you buy it. Some people don't put 7,000 miles on bikes. So for some people, this bike's gonna be just fine. But if you see this video, of course, he hasn't even put it through the paces. There hasn't been any rain. There hasn't been any extreme weather conditions that he's taken the bike out. Of course, it fails him a lot. And I guess, based off of the video, he just seems like he spends more time with the damn thing in the service shop than actually riding it. And for a new bike, a $20,000 bike that's meant to be off-road, and it's meant to be ridden hard, it just doesn't seem to hold up. There's other components in the video, of course, that he talks about. It's a good video. If you guys just want to skip through all the fluff, of course, you guys could skip to the 10-minute part. You guys can really hear what he has to say about the bike. So after seeing this, I'm just gonna be like, you know what, I'm not getting a Sportster Revolution Max until they work out all the issues, all the problems. I'm not gonna get it. So I don't know, you guys could leave your comments down below. I know there's a few of you guys that already have a Sportster S. Hopefully you don't have to deal with any of this, but it looks like you might be dealing with some of these problems. And you know what it is? I'm pretty sure a lot of this stuff is made somewhere in China. I just bought some goods from Harley, their online store, and everything I got from Harley was made in China. So I'm pretty sure a lot of these components are made in China. A lot of the wiring is made in Mexico, but I don't know if they're switching stuff over to cut costs. Like I said, if you guys seen some of my other videos, Tesla did this. Maybe about 2 years ago, they switched their battery over to a more inexpensive one, and they paid for it. They were having issues with it, and then that's when you saw the Gigafactory. They decided to manufacture their own batteries, so that's where that happened. Of course, the batteries, they were rusting without even being installed in their vehicles. There were some quality control problems, and these were batteries bought from China. At first, they were buying them from Panasonic. They were fantastic batteries. They were reliable, and to cut the cost of the batteries and the Tesla vehicles, they went ahead and they moved over to Chinese made batteries, and that was a complete letdown. So that's when we started seeing the Gigafactory kind of posted up. So sorry for rambling and sorry for giving you guys my own experience, but this is just what happens. Like I said, Harley's trying to increase their profits. Man, they're selling these bikes for $20,000. If you guys remember the Livewire video that I made, they cut the price on that Livewire by $10,000, and they're still making a profit. We don't know how much Harley's making off of the M8s, the Softails, but it's technology that's been around for, of course, many years. There isn't any R&D into this or anything like that. So who knows how much Harley's making off of these bikes. Hold on, let me put this thing on pause. It looks like it's ending. I've been talking for 10 minutes. Wow. Anyways, just watch out, all right? And hopefully if you guys get one of these, get the extended warranty, get that 5-year, 7-year plan. When there's something like this, you got to make sure, because there's a lot of electrical sensors, there's a lot of technology on these bikes. I remember driving cars that were just, carbureted. They didn't require much sensors or ECUs or anything like that. And most of the bikes I've been on, they've been carbureted. You know, not much injectors, sensors, rider assist, ABS, traction control. This whole thing's completely different. The game's changed dramatically. Yes, I'm old school. So anyways, share your own thoughts down below. If you guys were thinking about getting into one of these Revolution Max, I just don't think the time is now. You're probably better off waiting I'd say maybe 3 years. Let them figure out all these problems, and maybe we might see a better quality control. Rambling, you guys just stay out there, stay safe. I'm just upset because I know Harley's not gonna recall any of these bikes. A lot of the owners, they're gonna have these bikes. They're only gonna ride them, you know, in fair weather conditions. They're not gonna take them out to the extremes. And by the time that they start breaking down, they're gonna be out of warranty and they're gonna have to be paying out of pocket. That's what gets me upset, knowing that they're not gonna fix these bikes. And you know, $20,000. People are buying into your product, and I guarantee you they're not gonna stand by their product. They're gonna let people just, you know, flat out break their bikes, or they're gonna let them pay full price. Like I said, I was just at the dealership, $160 an hour for labor. $160. Don't believe everything you read. Life's a risk. Get out there and ride. Later.